Good afternoon. I want to express my gratitude for the opportunity to be here with you all today. My name is Vanessa Oliveira. I'm a Brazilian lawyer and work with public policies to recognize the nature's rights. I want to thank Thomas Egli, Doris Hagetley, and everyone who is part of the OSI's team and the movement of Rights of Mother Earth for the invitation to be here with this selected audience. In my presentation, I would like to share with you our activities in Brazil around the proposal for the recognition of rights of nature. My speech is particularly relevant to those of us who work with public policies for cities and with the projects involved to introduce the Buen Vivir way of life. What we are proposing for the cities in Brazil intend to put the rights of nature as a vector of cities' environmental law, but most of all, we aim at creating an appropriate ambience to introduce public policies in which the community has guaranteed access to a life in harmony with nature. The Buen Vivir as a basis for recognition of nature's rights in Ecuador and Bolivia is a theory for the community policy sectors where is required the respect to the principles of cooperative economy, integral health, and a new form of engagement in harmony with nature. Our work is based on transdisciplinarity. It requires that we think about economy, politics, psychology, medicine, art, spirituality, and law in an integrated form to seek answers through experimentation methods of human consciousness expansion. We have to consider the interdependence and connection of humans with the other members of nature and with the earth herself, for the purpose of strengthening well-being public policies already implemented and to support the enactment of other proposals, particularly those which related to a full life in the harmonious coexistence between human beings and between them and other members of nature. The life in the cities are representative of the human condition in relationship with other members of nature inside the greater perspective of the universe in this spherical, blue, and common home, the earth. It is within the cities that the human life occurs, and thus there is where the paradigm could shift from a human-centered view to one that is centered in the earth and everything she provides and shelters. Thus, we hope to offer in theoretical support so that public policies aimed at well-being, living well, understand as a way of life in harmony with nature, are being created and strengthened in all sectors of the communities, with special attention and assuming the legitimacy of the municipal entity in the enactment of laws that support this direction. We highlight the desire of creating public Greek leisure spaces where activities are developed or simply to be in true contact with nature. The second point is the provision of treatment centers or the promotion of therapeutic activities for individuals through integral medicine, based on reestablishing the reconnection of human beings within themselves and their natural environment. The third point is the establishment of financial incentive to those who work with cooperative economy activities. And last but not least, and without intending to be restricted to only those proposals, the introduction of the theme of rights of nature in public education and in the commemorative cities calendar, as the United Nations did for the world, recognizing 22nd of April, the International Day of Mother Earth. To support all these proposals and others that must be further elaborated, it is imperative that the rights of nature are adopted as a principle of law, as a vector of environmental protection cities legislation. In this sense, the NGO Mapas research group, of which I am one of the directors, with the collaboration of Professor Cristiane Derani from the Federal University of Santa Catarina and Professor Vanessa Oliveira Research Group, who is here with us, of Federal University of Ceará, have elaborated a document named Nature's Letter to compromise public environmental managers, legislators, and mayors on the cities of Brazil. The document was already signed by many authorities and is still open for others to adhere to. Nature's Letter is registered at the Harmony of Nature United Nations platform and can be reviewed there and at mapas website. And we hope this document can offer the principles to enhance public policies and nurture new ones to promote the buen vivir in harmony with nature, with respecting the rights of nature in cities. Through this, the Brazilian cities of São Paulo in the southeast of Brazil, Bonito and Recife in the northeast of Brazil, Florianópolis in the south, and Casiara in Midwest, where is the river Araguaia, initiated the process to register the proposal of laws for the recognition of nature's rights. Bonito today, in just this moment, are voting in the first session the law that recognizes nature's rights inside that city. We strongly recommend that the movement begins at the city level because that is where people live. Therefore, the law and the execution of the law recognizing nature's rights could be appropriate in a more efficient way by people and government, contributing with living in harmony with others who belong to nature, who are nature, like me and you and everything else that coexists in the earth, on earth. Through this, we believe that we can contribute to the expansion of the human being's consciousness for a new world outside of this ecological crisis, a new world where everyone, every living thing can coexist in a collaborative way of life like the Earth system naturally created for. A world where everyone could respect the other cohabitant of the Earth, living in harmony with nature way. Thank you.